Have you ever felt like the universe is speaking directly to you, but you just can't decode its message? What if I told you that every frustration, every missed opportunity, and every moment of confusion in your life is not random? That deep down, your soul is screaming for answers, and the universe is desperately trying to guide you. Carl Jung uncovered a shocking truth. Nothing in your life is a coincidence. Not the job you lost, the relationship that shattered you, or even that strange gut feeling you can't shake. These are urgent signals from the universe, hidden clues to a path tailored for your destiny. But here's the problem. Most people ignore these signs. They stay trapped in cycles of pain, regret, and spiritual emptiness, clueless about the invisible forces shaping their lives. What if you could crack the code? Jung called it synchronicity, a powerful phenomenon where your inner world collides with reality, revealing life-changing opportunities, divine guidance, and the keys to your true purpose. This video will show you exactly how to stop drowning in chaos and start decoding the universe's secrets. You'll discover how to spot the hidden patterns in your struggles, transform pain into power, and align with a life of unshakable clarity. Wait, before we dive in, if you're new here, hit subscribe right now. Thousands are discovering these life-altering truths, but many viewers still miss out because they're not subscribed. Don't be left behind. Tap that button and join. A community unlocking the universe's mysteries, one video at a time. Your breakthrough starts now. Let's expose the invisible forces controlling your life and finally give your soul the answers it's been begging for. Yet most people go through life ignoring these signals, trapped in an endless cycle of routines and distractions. Jung invites us to pause, to pay attention to the messages that appear in the most unexpected moments. Imagine this. You're going through a difficult period. You feel like everything is against you. Doors are closing, and there's no way out. In the midst of that darkness, something sparks your curiosity. A book, a conversation, an idea you'd never considered before. Is it a coincidence, or is the universe showing you an exit? Jung taught us that these experiences are opportunities, windows into a deeper level of consciousness. When you begin to observe carefully, you realize the signs are everywhere. Maybe you've encountered the same person in different places, or noticed a number repeating constantly in your life. These small synchronicities are like whispers from the universe, reminding you that something greater is at play. The real challenge isn't identifying these signs, but understanding what they mean. Jung believed the unconscious speaks to us through symbols, dreams, and intuitions. Those gut feelings are not accidents. They are your unconscious mind trying to communicate with you. But in a world so full of noise and distractions, it's easy to ignore that inner voice. The problem is, when we ignore these signals, we disconnect from our essence. We lose the chance to align with our purpose, with what truly makes us happy. Jung said the key to a fulfilling life lies in integrating all parts of ourselves, even those we prefer to hide. What we deny within ourselves eventually manifests externally. Have you ever felt that certain people or situations bring out the worst in you? Maybe a boss who constantly challenges you, a relationship that drains your energy, or a decision that creates inner conflict. Jung would say these experiences are not random. They are mirrors reflecting the parts of yourself you need to explore and heal. Instead of fleeing uncomfortable experiences, Jung invites us to face them. Every obstacle, every conflict is an opportunity to grow, to discover hidden aspects of ourselves. It's as if the universe tests us to remind us who we truly are. But to pass these tests, we must first learn to look inward. The journey inward is not easy. It requires courage, patience, and above all, honesty. It means confronting your fears, insecurities, and doubts. But Jung assures us this process is worth it, because at the end of this path, you'll not only find peace and clarity, but also the ability to create a life that truly resonates with you. When you start living in alignment with your essence, something magical happens. Things begin to flow. The right people enter your life. Opportunities arise unexpectedly, and you feel a deeper connection to everything around you. This isn't magic. It's the result of being in tune with the universe and yourself. The universe is always trying to communicate with you, whether through a dream, a seemingly casual conversation, or even a setback. Every experience has something to teach you. The trick is to keep your mind and heart open, to see beyond the surface. Jung believed life isn't about avoiding pain or chasing superficial happiness. It's about finding meaning, understanding that every moment, no matter how difficult, is part of a grander plan. When you accept this, when you choose to see life as a journey of learning, everything changes. When you choose to accept that nothing is a coincidence, you begin to see the world through new eyes. Challenges no longer feel like punishments, but lessons. People who challenge you are not enemies, but teachers, reflecting parts of yourself that need work. Moments of loneliness or uncertainty become opportunities to connect with yourself. Jung spoke of the shadow, the part of our psyche we prefer to ignore because it doesn't fit the image we want to project. Repressed emotions, unconfessed fears, even rejected ideas all form part of our shadow. But here's the secret: you cannot escape it. The shadow will always find a way to manifest, whether in your relationships, decisions, or recurring patterns. Confronting the shadow isn't easy. It means facing aspects of yourself you've ignored, acknowledging your mistakes and accepting your limitations. But it also means discovering immense power within. When you integrate your shadow, you become whole, authentic. You no longer need to pretend to be someone you're not. How do you begin this journey toward integration? Jung gives a clue. Start by listening. Listen to the emotions you try to repress. Pay attention to dreams that seem nonsensical. Reflect on situations that create conflict. Everything in your life is a message, a guide, to help you understand who you truly are. Imagine walking an unknown path surrounded by signs you don't understand because they're in a foreign language. This is how many of us live, ignoring the universe's signals because we don't know how to interpret them. Jung invites us to learn that language, to decipher the symbols in our dreams, intuitions, and daily experiences. For example, recurring dreams that leave a profound sensation are the unconscious communicating through images and symbols, showing us what we need to work on, release, or integrate. Ignoring these messages is like ignoring a map to your destination. Emotions are also clues. Intense anger, sadness, or even disproportionate joy are showing you something about yourself. Instead of reacting automatically, Jung urges us to pause and ask, what is this emotion teaching me? The key is reflection. In a world that pushes us to act, solve, and advance without stopping, true growth happens when we look inward, questioning beliefs, exploring fears, and reconnecting with our true selves. This process transforms not only your relationship with yourself, but also with others. When you integrate your shadow, listen to intuition, and follow the universe's signs, your relationships change. You no longer seek others to fill a void because you've found wholeness within. This doesn't mean everything will be perfect, but you'll face challenges with new perspective. Synchronicity, the fascinating concept Jung developed, begins to manifest when you're aligned with yourself. Suddenly things click, you meet the right people at the right time, opportunities appear when needed, and problems resolve as if by magic. But it's not magic, it's the result of harmony with your unconscious, shadow, and the universe. Many think drastic life changes are needed for this state, but Jung reminds us the most powerful change occurs within. It's about shifting how we see the world, interpret experiences, and relate to ourselves. When you live from this place of awareness, external noise loses power. Instead, clarity emerges, allowing decisions aligned with your purpose. You no longer need others' approval because you've learned to trust yourself. Living with this consciousness transforms your relationships. Superficial connections fade, replaced by deeper, meaningful bonds. You attract people who accept and inspire you. But the path isn't always smooth. The past may resurface and old challenges may return. Jung teaches that growth isn't linear. It's a process of ups and downs. What matters is that each challenge brings you closer to your authentic self. Reflect on moments when everything seemed out of control. How many of those experiences led to something better? Jung said, "There's no awakening of consciousness without pain." Though daunting, this idea is liberating. It reminds us even darkness has purpose. Pain, uncertainty, and chaos shape us, stripping away what we no longer need and revealing our true selves. To harness these experiences, face them courageously. Feel, question, and learn. Only by walking through fire can you transform. Jung didn't believe in an unattainable ideal of perfection. Instead, he encouraged seeking wholeness, integrating all parts of ourselves, even the negative ones. Authenticity means living coherently, without masks or pretense. It involves tough choices, releasing toxic relationships, and facing fears. When you choose authenticity, you attract the right people and experiences. You no longer struggle to fit in. Things flow naturally. Jung also spoke of archetypes, universal patterns in our collective unconscious, like the hero, sage, or lover. Understanding active archetypes helps navigate challenges. The hero overcomes fear, the sage guides understanding, and the lover teaches heartfelt connection. By integrating these concepts, you realize the universe has always worked in your favor. Even hardships push you to grow. The question isn't whether the universe is sending messages, but whether you're willing to listen. Listening isn't a one-time act. It's a daily practice of presence and openness. True transformation begins when we stop seeking answers externally and explore our inner world. Everything needed for fulfillment is already within. Living authentically transforms your life and inspires others. Your energy impacts everyone around you. As you walk this path, doubts and uncertainty will arise. Remember, each step brings you closer to your essence. The more aligned you are, the easier it becomes to hear the universe's signals and act from trust and clarity. Authentic people don't fear solitude. They cultivate a solid inner relationship. Self-love and acceptance attract those who value your true self. Integration means embracing all parts of yourself, light and shadow, strengths and weaknesses. Challenges become opportunities, and resistance to change fades. Every experience, however difficult, teaches something. Consider people who've impacted your life, mentors, friends, or challengers. Jung would say they weren't random. Each mirrored something within you. The universe uses people as messengers, but we're often too distracted to listen. By pausing and reflecting, you uncover the purpose behind every interaction. Synchronicity, a meaningful connection between internal and external events, guides us. To harness it, stay present. Notice perfect coincidences. They're opportunities to align with your purpose. The most powerful people live in alignment with themselves. They radiate contagious authenticity. You can be one of them by choosing to listen, trust, and act from clarity. Jung taught that the universe always works in our favor, even when it seems otherwise. Painful experiences, failures, and losses are part of a grander plan. Trusting the process means releasing control, letting the universe work, and believing doors will open at the right time. You're not alone. We're all connected to something greater: God, the universe, energy. Recognizing this connection guides you. When you trust the process, release what no longer serves you, and embrace what resonates, life gains purpose. External validation fades. You know everything needed is within. Living authentically transforms the world around you. Superficial relationships give way to meaningful connections. Challenges remain, but you face them with inner strength. Jung's authenticity isn't about perfection, but living your truth. Today, reflect. Where are you not living your truth? What can you release? What signals are you ignoring? Your answers could spark profound transformation. This is your moment. Look inward, trust the signs, and act authentically. Remember, you're not alone. A community seeks meaning and purpose. Together we learn, grow, and create positive impact. If this message resonated, share it. Someone out there needs it. Comment what part touched you and what action you'll take to align with your truth. Your story inspires others. Subscribe, engage, and help this content reach those who need it. The universe is communicating with you today. Listen, reflect, and act. When you live your truth, everything aligns. True power has always been within you. Thank you for being here, listening, and joining this community. Remember, change starts with you. Together we create a more authentic, connected, purposeful world. See you next time.